Hey guys, we're back. Today we are going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to be talking about some shit going on in the world, metal related, unmetal related. Yeah, we're just going to be talking about.
I think the word you're looking for is unrelated.
Yeah, unmetal related, unrelated.
All right, cool.
Sick. I want to start off by thanking everybody for tuning in and watching us, listening to us. We really appreciate it. It's fucking awesome that we're reaching new audiences every single day. So shout out to you guys. Please follow us. So that helps. Follow us on Spotify. Follow us on YouTube. Follow our socials. Yeah, you can keep up to date with us. See what we're doing. See what bullshit we're talking about. And yeah.
And maybe even give us a hug one day.
Yeah. Maybe we could do a podcast tour. Is that a thing? We could.
That's a lot of people. The Dollop does that.
But we should do that.
They're like they're professional comedians though, and we're just people who scream at microphones. So maybe
we're just professional clowns. Yeah.
I've thought about like going to the Ringling Brothers Clown College, but it is I don't know, because like grease paint doesn't sit in my beard well. Because I would love to actually be a clown. Like, I love clowns. I think they're the coolest shit ever. I'm not looking at my camera like I'm supposed to be. But
you're good.
Yeah, I thought about going to, like, the Ringling Brothers Clown College because it's, like, legit how you get certified to be a good clown. But
holy shit. I did not know that was a thing. That's crazy.
Oh, yeah. Bro, Clown College is like Steve-O went to Clown College. Like, he's a certified clown.
There was a show with Zach Galifianakis where he played like a clown, and like he went to like clown college in like France or some shit.
Yeah, so French clowns are different than American clowns. Like from a historical standpoint, French clowns have been tragic characters. Most of them are silent. American clowns have had a bunch of iterations throughout the years. Like there's the hobo clown and the normal like whiteface clown and all that shit.
And the John Wayne Gacy clown.
Yeah. And they're like, over here in the States, they're less tragic, at least in like real life. In movies, they're pretty much always tragic, but you know.
I did not know that.
Yeah, the clown history.
Would a mime be considered a clown?
I think the terminology is that that's a white face clown, and that any clown with like a mostly white face and like very minimal makeup everywhere else, I think that's called a white face clown. But I might have got my terminology wrong because it has been months since I've actually looked into it for more than like an hour. So
damn.
Yeah, I love clowns, dude. I'm serious.
Well, maybe we need to do an episode on clowns.
That would be fucking sick, dude.
We could just clown around the whole time. I
would wear makeup. I would study the shit out of that. Like, yeah, we should do a clown episode.
I'm gonna dress like that fucking what's that movie that just came out? The fucking that's making everybody sick.
Terrifier.
Yeah,
Terrifier
I'm gonna dress like him.
You're gonna dress up. So his name is Art, and
that's right, Art the Clown.
Yeah, he's one of my favorite like movie villains ever because he's fucking hilarious. He doesn't say shit, but like his mannerisms are so funny. We are using up our precious time.
Yeah, we are. So let's jump right into it.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Pax. Let's
Morbid Angel.
Yeah.
So Morbid Angel has announced a tour. They're going on tour with Revocation, phenomenal death metal band. Skeletal Remains, not familiar enough to make an educated opinion. Vitriol, again, fucking amazing. I love
really
Vitriol.
Sick.
They changed my life legitimately. And Crypta. Also, as far as like tours and everything go, we got an announcement from Merciful Fate. They're going on tour. King Diamond, fucking, I would kiss him. And Tenacious D has announced a summer tour for 2023 in the UK and Europe. So we've had some big fucking tour announcements recently.
We need to take a boat over there for that.
I would love to meet Jack Black so much, dude. I would cry. I would honestly cry if I got to meet Jack Black. Yeah, I love him.
Yeah, man.
I love him so much.
Yeah, he's like one of my favorite people, dude. Like for real. He's
a good boy.
Yeah, he's super wholesome too, which I fucking love.
I want to give him a hug.
Yeah, dude. I want to give him a hug like he's my dad. Like that's the type of hug I want to give him.
I feel like if you asked him for a hug, he would reciprocate. I feel like if you just ran up to him and tackled him, he might not appreciate it as much. But if you were like, hey, can I have a hug? Like, he would just,
He might even kiss you, dude. That'd be sick.
I would end my life right there because it can't get any better. For real, it can't get any better than kissing Jack Black.
Dude.
Oh, that is a beautiful man.
Yes, he is. He's fucking perfect.
So I love Candlemass. Anyone who doesn't love Candlemass should just, like, I don't know, stop. But fucking an ex-Candlemass vocalist, because
if you don't like Candlemass, you should die.
That's what I wanted to say, but I didn't know if we were allowed to say that. But now that you said it, I know we can. You should die if you don't like Candlemass. But one of their ex-vocalists, because they've had like a trillion vocalists. Their original vocalist came back and did like an EP with them, or like a demo or some shit, in like, I want to say 2019. Whatever EP the song Snakes of Goliath is on, whatever that one is, that's their original vocalist, Lee Faring. I don't fucking know his full name. He's a Polish, I guess. I don't know, man. I think he is Polish. But anyway, one of their ex-vocalists, Messiah Marcolin, and a guitarist, Mats Bjorkman, joined Anvil for a performance. And it was really good.
Anvil is fucking amazing. For anybody who's never listened to Anvil, go listen to Anvil. And if you haven't heard of their movie, The Story of Anvil, stop what you're doing. I don't care if you're driving right now. Stop, pull over. If you're on the highway, just go off to the side. If an accident happens, it's fine. You can watch it while you're waiting for the police to get there. That's fine. Watch that movie. It's fucking awesome. It's actually pretty depressing, but it's wholesome. You just need to watch what these guys have been through.
Is it on any streaming services?
That I don't know, and if it is, we'll post a link. Anvil, The Story of Anvil is what it's called, and I've probably seen it a few times.
You can rent it on Amazon. That so far, that's the only streaming service I'm finding that actually will have it up.
Well, give Jeff Bezos your money.
Give him even more money than you already have.
Fucking
that man owns everything in America.
Dude, he's a fucking asshole, dude.
Didn't Jeff Bezos send some shit to space, and like one of the people that he invited over for the party, he was
William
a recovering
Shatner went up to
alcoholic or something?
Oh, that I don't know.
No, there was someone that he invited was a recovering alcoholic, and like they had been through a lot of shit. And to celebrate, immediately pulls out champagne, starts popping bottles and shit right in front of a struggling person who is supposed to be his friend. So that's the type of person Jeff Bezos is.
I'm pretty sure he also like William Shatner's like in tears of like what he's just seen. Like he's like mind blown, and he's just like trying to have a moment and just like talk about it. And like Jeff Bezos just starts spraying fucking like spraying the fucking champagne everywhere, like mid sentence, like cuts him the fuck off. Like I don't know, man. It's just
such
like
a dick thing to do,
dude. He's such a douche.
It's like,
man.
I know you're rich enough to go to space, but not everyone else is. So like, let him have the fucking moment. But
Jeffrey Bezos, he should go live in space.
He should stay far, far away from people.
Just
nobody likes him. Dude.
You should be a human satellite.
Yeah.
So another crazy thing that happened, also like really wholesome, but you know, sad otherwise. Black Dahlia Murder just played their first show since the passing of Trevor. Man, that was the hardest hitting death I think I've ever seen as far as like musicians passing away. Like the Black Dahlia Murder has like such a special place in my heart, man. Like it
fucking rocked me when I heard about it. You were the one who like told me that it happened because I didn't see it. Because like, I've unfollowed like all the metal news platforms for, personal reasons. I just think that most of them are run by assholes. So I didn't get the news. And then you messaged me and you were like, yo, this just went down. And I had to stop what I was doing because I was like, holy shit.
Yeah. And what's awesome is Brian is actually doing the vocals now, and he sounds fucking solid, man. Like he sounds like he has like serious potential. Like he even mentioned like a couple times, I don't know if you watched the set, but he mentioned like, hey, this is my first time doing this. I'm not really used to doing this, but he fucking nailed it, man. Like
that's what's up.
I'm really excited for their future, man. Like I really think that they're gonna continue to put out fucking amazing albums. Like
I don't think they have a single bad album. I think that I think they've improved with every album. Like they've just progressively gotten better and better and better. But that's not to say that their earlier work is bad by any means of the imagination.
No.
It's just Trevor got more solid as time went along.
Right.
He just became his own thing.
He's a staple, dude. He's like straight up a staple.
Nobody sounds like Trevor.
Metal. Right. Trevor sounds like Trevor, period.
Yeah. Like there are some people who can get close. Like the vocalist from Realms of Madness, he can get close. There's still only one Trevor, and there will only ever be one Trevor. And it is really fucking tragic that we lost him.
I know, man. It's really shitty. And it's like the worst way like we could have ever imagined to. Like that's the thing, man. You never know when someone's like depressed, people can hide that shit. They don't want to talk about it, which I understand. I feel like we've probably both been there. You know what I mean? Like depression is a fucking bitch. It sucks, man. It can ruin your life. It can like straight up, like, you just lose yourself. You know what I mean? And
it doesn't care who you are.
Yeah, exactly. And
you can be the biggest motherfucker on the planet and it'll still hit you at some point.
For those of you listening, seriously, if you're suffering from that shit, just talk to somebody. Fucking force yourself to say something. Like, don't hold that shit in, man. Like,
there are enough people on the world, someone will listen to you.
Seriously, or fucking email us.
I've had friends who wouldn't listen to me, and maybe you've got that too, but there is someone who will listen to you. Just find them.
Right.
The world needs everybody, and
seriously, man,
everyone's here for a reason, even if you don't know what that reason is.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's true, man.
Yeah.
Another cool thing about that show, Ryan Knight, their old guitarist, is actually back in the band.
That's what's up.
Fucking incredible guitarist. Like some of his solos are like ridiculous. And if you watch the performance, like you can tell these dudes are like on top of their fucking game still. Like I don't know how I would be able to pick myself back up. If I lost a band member, any band member for that matter, I can't imagine the shit that they've gone through since that. Like I'm super proud of those dudes and super happy for them. Like it's awesome. Yeah,
absolutely.
Speaking of another metal band, Opeth just announced that they're releasing vinyls on their first 3 albums, which is fucking
doing like
awesome.
Reissues and shit. That's I always get excited for that type of thing, and I wish that more bands would do it.
Right? Yeah.
Like not to knock on certain bands, but some bands need to like fix mixes and then do a reissue.
Right.
But I'm going to say this, and I love death. Like if you watched the first episode of Death Metal Origins, like I am a fucking huge Death fan. I have a fucking flag over there. But if they would just reissue The Sound of Perseverance with a louder fucking mix, I would be so happy.
We should cover a song off of that album. Just saying.
Let's fucking do it. We have to.
Dude, right?
But like fucking the entire album it's very quiet. So if they could just boop it up a little bit and then reissue it, I would buy that shit on every possible fucking media. I would get a cassette, I would get a CD, I'd get a vinyl. I can't play 2 out of the 3 of those, but I would get all of it, and I would get the fucking digital. Like, I would do everything to show my support for that shit, because it is such a good album, but like, it's quiet. It's too quiet. But yeah,
I would love to own a copy of My Arms Are Hers, like on vinyl. That would be really fucking sick.
Hell yeah.
I think that was like one of the first albums I ever heard by Opeth. That and Blackwater Park.
I've been getting into Opeth a lot more recently, and I am just kicking myself in the ass for not listening to them earlier in life.
Oh, dude, Michael is like one of my favorite musicians, period. Like,
so fucking good.
The way he fucking writes riffs, like, it's so unique. Dude, he like, I don't understand how like he has like this way of like creating emotions in music that I've never felt with any other band. Like these really like, I don't even know how to explain them. Like some of the emotions you'll feel, you can't even describe what they are. Like it's very, I don't know. They're a special band. That's for fucking sure. Ghost Reveries, that's another really fucking incredible. I was about to say,
Ghost Reveries is probably my favorite Opeth album.
I think it's my favorite, honestly. I think
it has like the best opening track out of every album they've ever put out. Fucking Ghost of Perdition.
Yeah.
So good.
Every song on that fucking album is
perfect. Amazing.
Yeah, dude. And Damnation and Deliverance, both of those albums are fucking incredible too. I don't have much to touch on as far as their newer stuff goes. I know
they put out a new album this year, I think, didn't they? No, they put out a single this year.
They're a lot more proggy than I'm really into. Yeah. And I think the last album I really liked was Watershed.
They don't do the fucking screamy shit as much.
I don't think they do it at all. I don't think they have any harsh vocals anymore. I can't remember if Heritage had any screaming or not, but
it's his creative choice, and I will always support an artist's choice to do whatever the fuck they want, as long as it's what they want to do. But as a listener, I loved the dichotomy that they had on their earlier shit in the vocals. I mean, like you had this fucking amazing clean singing. It was so fucking good. And then you had the best, some of the best screams on the fucking planet.
Right.
And it's like, that was perfect. It was so good, but they don't do it anymore. So you kind of lost that fucking like, holy shit, what's going to happen next kind of feel to it.
Yeah. And not to mention, dude, Michael, his growls are like some of the best death metal growls, like, period. Yeah. I don't think there's a single person better than him in terms of like really great low screaming. Like you have, of course, you have Phil Bozeman, you have Ben Dur. Like these guys are really fucking incredible. Michael, for some reason, he's like untouchable. When it comes to like straight up death metal,
I would say like, I think his first name is Seth. I'm not 100% sure, but Septic Flesh. They're
vocalist. Yeah, he's fucking insanely
they have
good.
2 vocalists. They have a clean vocalist and a harsh vocalist, and I swear his name is Seth, but I'm probably wrong. But
are you talking about the bass player, right?
Yeah, like the most fucking jacked person in the band. Yeah, but he's on stage just looking like a fucking monster. Just and oh god, it's so good. And he's even like lower live. I don't know how he accomplishes that, but he's lower live than he is in the albums. And it is so good.
Yeah, it is Seth, right? You were right.
It is Seth?
Yes.
Hell yeah. Where are they from?
They're from Greece.
Oh, hell yeah.
They're Greek.
I write about everything today.
Yeah. They're Greek. Yeah, man, I played a show with them in my band. I'm not going to name the band. For personal reasons, because that's a whole nother fucking story. But I played a show with Septic Flesh and Behemoth, I think in 2011.
That's what's up.
Every single fucking member of Septic Flesh was so fucking nice. They watched our set. They hung out with us backstage for a little bit. I actually saw the drummer from Behemoth. I think his name's Inferno. I saw Inferno straight up like grab. He was so upset about his set. I guess he played perfect to me. I thought he was fucking perfect, but he I guess wasn't happy with his set, and he grabbed this fucking massive ice chest and just shoved it at a brick wall and was like, fuck, like screaming, dude. It was crazy.
Like when you're that good at drums, you can pick up on like, I was like 1/8 of a millisecond too fast on this one fucking beat. So it fucked the entire set.
Everyone in Behemoth is fucking huge too, dude. They're all huge dudes. I'm not a very tall guy, but those dudes are fucking massive. They're all tall.
His name is Nurgle, isn't it?
Nurgle. I think he's shorter than everybody else in the band, though.
All I know is that he is fucking gorgeous.
I spoke to him for maybe 5 seconds. Mm-hmm. I said, thank you for coming here. And he was like, no problem or whatever.
He's 5'9".
5'9". So I'm like, he's a little bit taller than I am. I'm 5'8". I'm almost 5'9".
I'm taller than him, so I'm happy about that.
But, dude, he was really cool. He kind of just hung out on their bus the whole time. But when he came on, he was like pretty nice. Yeah, that was pretty wild. That was a great night, though. That was a fucking really sick night.
That's what's up.
I actually saw Black Dahlia at that venue, too. Place in St. Pete called the State Theater. I don't think it exists anymore. A lot of venues closed down because of COVID. Unfortunately, we lost a lot of fucking
2011 is when you played that show?
I believe so. I think I sent you that photo like not too long ago. The picture I took of with them. It could have been earlier than that. I don't know. Yeah. Awesome.
I'm going to try and find
live.
that set on YouTube.
Okay. You should. Yeah. Go look for it. But yeah, as far as like metal goes, if you guys have seen anything cool in the news lately, just, let us know. Let us know if you want to share anything with us. We'll cover it in the next episode.
Cool.
Yeah, so if you want to hit us up, just email us at hammersmashpodcast@gmail.com. We'll read anything you guys send us. Try not to send us nudes. We got too many nudes. I mean, I have to go through every single one. I mean, it takes time to get through the news because I have to save them all just in case. So
gotta back it up to my hard drive.
I just want to save them. Okay, leave me alone. I don't want to talk about it anymore. But anyway,
in metal news, it's not really news, but I have to jump on this.
Are we talking about metal still, or are we good?
One thing, and then we have two non-metal things that we got to talk about. But I have to say, listen to Hellstar. It's got one L, Helstar. They're a heavy metal band. They've been kicking it for decades, and I never hear anybody talking about them. They deserve love. Like, I don't know why no one ever talks about them, because they were coming up with all the, like, around the same time. I don't know if they ever did shows with them, but like all these other big fucking acts from back in the day, they were around the same time playing just as fucking good. They never took off. Or at least they didn't take off to the point where people talk about them all the fucking time. So I don't know. Maybe you've heard of Hellstar. Maybe you haven't. I don't know. But all I know is that for fucking years, I never heard anyone say anything about them. And then I found them, fell in fucking love with their music. And now I'm angry at the world because I don't hear enough people showing appreciation.
Listen to Hellstar and listen to Anvil. Both of those bands.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fucking awesome heavy metal, like real old school heavy metal fucking bands.
Listen to Burning Star by Hellstar. I think that might be their debut album, but it is
and Hellstar with one best. L, right? One L?
Yeah, one L. Helstar.
And one R and one E and one H.
And one S and one T and one H.
Yes.
There's only one of each letter in the name.
Yes. There's no P. And I swear to God, if you search it with a P, I will find you.
In non-metal related news, a lovely gentleman by the name of Josh Haley or Haley, something along those lines, from Kentucky, has been pretending to be deceased on TikTok for 400 days now because he wanted to get cast as a dead body in a cop show. And CSI, I think CSI Vegas hit him up and they were like, "Hey, you want to be dead on our show?" And he was like, "Fuck yeah!" So props to that guy because he's chasing his fucking dream and he's making it happen.
He literally has been posting every day to get noticed because he wants to be on a fucking TV show or a movie. And so
props to him. He made the fucking news and shit. Props to that guy. He's doing God's work.
It's, by the way, if you want to check him out on TikTok, dear God, I'm a fucking boomer. TikTok, he's at living_dead_Josh. Living Dead Josh.
Yes. So in Mexico a few years ago, there was this dude took an animatronic of Elvis and he put a Michael Jackson mask on its face and it looked fucking terrifying because he basically skinned a robot and then put new skin on it, so it looked fucked. And it spawned an urban legend in Mexico about a creature called the Ayuwoki, because it's a bastardization of the lyric "Are you okay?" Oh, because in the song it goes "Any Ayuwoki." So are you okay? Yeah. So it was in Mexico, and people were like, "Cut off a lock of your hair, put it in the sink, do some chanting, and then at 3 a.m. Michael Jackson will appear in your room and he at you, and then leave." Oh and it got so much traction that fucking news companies were putting out statements to be like, "Michael Jackson is not going to he at you if you do this. Just stop scaring the children." But it spawned a game called Escape the Ayuwoki, where Michael Jackson has big ass sharp teeth and he crawls on all fours. He's blind, but he can hear, and it uses your microphone. So
he uses echolocation with this
Not really. He runs around going and scuttling and shit. But the game uses your microphone, so every time you talk, it tells Michael where you're at, and he comes to find you and kill you and eat you. We should play terrifying.
That game. Is it multiplayer?
No, it's single player, but it's fucking terrifying. So it uses your microphone and all of in-game audio. So if you drop something in the game, he knows where you're at. If you start talking, he knows where you're at. It's fucked.
Dude, what the fuck?
It's terrifying. games that actually use your microphone where the enemies can hear you is terrifying. I think Alien Isolation, if you had Alien Isolation
I was just about to say, dude.
If you had a Kinect or some shit, it would hear you.
Right. And you'd have to hold still too. You couldn't move or fucking say anything. Which I think is brilliant. It's fucking terrifying. That game is actually terrifying.
Oh yeah. The first Aliens movie was terrifying. Mm-hmm. And then it became more about action and shit. But that first one is just claustrophobic hell, and it is terrifying.
Oh yeah, dude, that and Aliens was both fucking awesome.
I thought that the first Alien was more scary than Aliens, but I will say they were both kind of.
Me and my wife binge watched all of them. We even watched the Predator series. So we could watch Alien vs. Predator and was it Prometheus?
Requiem.
Yeah, Prometheus was I guess would have been I can't remember if that's
I think it's a prequel.
Yeah, it's a prequel.
Alien Covenant was a prequel because that was one of the earliest xenomorphs ever. Was the one that crawled out of your back and was all scurried around and shit.
Now, which one was the Predator movie where they're on? They abduct people and bring them to a new planet. I can't remember which
that
one.
Was Predators, which came out in 2011, I think.
That's right.
I love that fucking movie because that was
the movie. We liked it too. It was fucking awesome. I thought it was.
That was the movie that established super predators as a thing. So you have predators, which are they're the normal Yautja, which Yautja have a tribal society. There are different tribes, and each tribe has their own morals. There are some tribes that do not believe in going to war with other tribes in the comic books and shit. There are some that won't war with other tribes. There are some that will only take trophies of worthy opponents, and they won't make a trophy out of something that they kill for food. And then there are the ones that don't have any morals, and they kill indiscriminately because they enjoy killing. But then you have the tribes of like super predators, which is the big ones from Predators and the latest Predator movie, The Predator, not Prey, the one that came before Prey. Okay. Where you had like the giant fucking predator and like he beat the ever living fuck out of everybody. That's a super predator, but he's different than the super predators from Predator. I'm going off because I'm a nerd about this shit. I know all the ins and outs.
I love it though. I love it.
The super predators from the movie Predators was the tracker predator. He had the tusks and he was in charge of the hounds. The falconer predator, who had the little robot bird that would fly around and see shit, and his mask was pointy, and he fought the dude who had the katana and like got fucking murked. And then the berserker, and the berserker's the one with the big jaw on his mask who just annihilated shit. He's so fucking cool. I love them so much.
I have to say real quick, and I hope this doesn't upset you, but we fucking hated Predator 2. Fucking hated it. Bro, I don't know why. It was just so.
I think
where they're like in LA and there's like a fucking drug war going on, and like all this other bullshit. I think
the issue with Predator 2, and I love Predator 2, but I'm not mad at you for saying that. I think the problem.
Do you understand why? You would understand though, right?
I think the issue that you might have with it is that it takes away what was so special about Predator and then Predators. And
it's the isolation, man. You're not being hunted by yourself. And there was too much. I felt like there was too much going on. There was too much in the plot.
Somehow the Predator was able to get into this fucking room with all the fucking drug lords who were killing the rich guy. And like, it's just that was a cool scene where like he starts killing all those people. But how did he get in there? Why did he get in there?
It all felt that like other shit. Predator was a side character in that movie. And I think that's why I wasn't a big fan. He was in Predator 1. I mean, it's kind of a slow burn in the beginning of Predator 1. Like, you know, they're on their own. They're on like a rescue mission, if I remember correctly. Like they're tricked into a rescue mission. And, and then you start seeing that awesome camera view of like the fucking.
So, do you know why the Predator looks the way it does now?
No, I don't.
The original design of the Predator was this weird fucking warthog looking thing. Like it looked like if you mixed a beetle, a warthog, and a person. So it had like a snout with tusks, but it had like bug eyes and like fingers like this, and it would run around and kill shit, and it could just turn invisible on its own. It didn't have technology. But then the people who were like designing the character, they were like, we want something with mandibles. We want something that looks fucking disgusting. And we want it to be a hunter. We don't want just a mindless killing machine. We want something that's like intentionally going after these people. So that's why they redesigned it to have like knives and fucking technology and shit, because it's now a hunter. It's not just an animal. And the reason that it sounds the way that it does, like that shit, is because so the same guy who made the sounds for King Kong and did the voice for Optimus Prime voiced the Predator. And the reason that it makes that clicking sound is because he was in the studio and they wouldn't let him see it. Like they would not let him see what the Predator looked like because they wanted to keep it a secret. And he was like, if I can't see what it looks like, I can't make the sound for it because I don't know what it would sound like. I can't just make noise for nothing. Right? So they bring out like a photo of it and like, okay, this is what it looks like, but you have to like keep this under wraps because this is a huge surprise. And when he saw it and he saw like the mandibles and shit, because he saw the version that we see in the movie, like with the mandibles and the mask and everything. So he sees that and he remembers a time when he was a kid and he was walking on the beach and he saw a horseshoe crab that was like, it had flipped upside down and it was like cooking in the sun. And because it was dying and like cooking and boiling and drying out, it was making all these clicking sounds. So he got in really close to the mic and he was like, because that's what it reminded him of. And they couldn't hear it because like of how quiet it was. Because I think when he was doing it, he didn't want to make loud noises if he didn't have to, because he had just gotten done making King Kong and he had shredded his throat to the point that it was bleeding. So he was really trying to like not annihilate his throat. But he was like, oh, this looks like that horseshoe crab I saw when I was a kid. This is the sound that made. But the people like in the studio couldn't hear it. So they were like, the fuck is he doing? And he was like, just turn it up. Just look at it and turn it up. And then they turned it up and they heard that fucking weird fucking clicking sound. And they were like, this is it. I hit my mic. This is it. This is what we're doing. And they added the roars and shit after that. But the reason he clicks is because of a horseshoe crab that the guy voicing him saw. Man. And now it's an iconic sound.
It is. Yeah. That's fucking crazy.
I went off on a long ass tangent.
Yeah, but it's all right though, man. That's a
those
good
movies
place
are so important to me.
That's a good place.
It's a good stopping place. We got through all of our news.
Yeah, we did.
Kanye West is a Nazi, and now we're talking about movies.
Yeah. By the way, this isn't the format we'll always be doing. We just kind of want to have fun with this one. In fact, I think we have a new name for this type of segment. I think we're going to call it the Hammer Smash News Flash, which is pretty cool. But anyway, guys, thank you again for watching, listening. Follow us on Spotify, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Instagram. We're on TikTok now. Follow us on TikTok. We are actually thinking about creating a Patreon as well. So be on the lookout for that. That would really help us out. I mean, we'll have like as low as maybe even $1 to help us out a month, just to cover like our hosting fees and stuff like that. Yeah, that would be fucking awesome. Just any support from you guys is greatly appreciated.
And even just like liking and sharing and following, that's good support because we can eventually get sponsors with this shit as long as you guys keep doing that.
Yeah, we are super stoked to be doing this, and it's become like quite the passion project for us. So keep being awesome, and like I said, follow us everywhere. It helps, and be on the lookout. We might be getting a little bit grim, maybe a little bit cult. So just keep an eye. We might have one
of a special guest.
You'll know whenever you see it. But yeah, we are planning on having some really fun people on with that new segment, which is not going to be named right now. But if you can take a wild guess, it's very grim, it's very cold, and it's going to be very Scandinavian. Very Scandinavian. So, keep on the lookout. And thanks again for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.
See ya.